In this video, we're going to take a look at finding the least common multiple of two or more numbers using the TI-83 Plus or the TI-84 series of calculators. Now, if you're using a TI-83 or any other series than the two given above, the keystrokes are going to be different, and that's why I stick to these. There are some minor key changes between the 83 and the 83 Plus, but the menus are pretty similar. All right. So we've got our first question here is find the least common multiple of 25 and 60 using your calculator. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my calculator on. And the command is under the math key. So we click on math. And then I scroll over to num for number because I'm dealing with numbers. Now if you have an updated operating system and you press up, you're going to get a bunch of other stuff down here. If you don't have the updated operating system, your options will stop at 9. What you're going to want to choose, though, is LCM for least common multiple. Hit enter. Okay, now we put in our arguments. Our arguments are our numbers separated by comma. Now, this calculator will only do 2 at once. There might be other programs allowing you to do more, which will use most likely a technique very similar to what I'm going to use on the second question. But the calculator stock will only do 2 numbers. So we take 25, comma 60, the other 60, the kind with a 0, there we go, and then we close our parentheses and we hit enter, and our answer is 300. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, now if we go to this next one, we have a couple of choices. We can either embed it, and if I kind of embed them one into another, it's going to look like this. LCM of the LCM of 4, the other 4, the 4 of the 4, and the 25. By the way, order does not matter to the calculator. Comma 15. Okay, now this says take the least common multiple of 15 and whatever the least common multiple of 4 and 25 are. Okay, and just as you do, just as by hand, if you do these like this in the calculator can make sense of it. There's another method that uses somewhat similar keystrokes, but it uses answer instead of this part here. And I'm going to do both. So in this first one, let's go ahead and just do this embedded. And so I'm going to take the least common multiple, and so I hit math, scroll over to num, and I can either press 8 or I can scroll down to 8. On the next one, I'm going to press 8. And I want to put, next I want to put an embedded least common multiple, because I want to find the least common multiple between 15 and whatever the least common multiple of 4 and 25 is. And so I need another one. So I hit math, over to num. Now I can press 8 and it will automatically put it in there for me. Now I hit 4, comma 25. Until you get used to this, you might want to write them down. Otherwise, sometimes you get lost in it. Very often, programmers, when they're first learning how to program, will write down the program, or as they're writing the program, they will make notes off to the side within the written program. Says, "Hey, this is what this does." Okay, and that's a good technique to get into for your own sake. Math and computers go hand in hand. Okay, so now we want to find the least common multiple of 4 and 25, then take that answer and plug it into the least common multiple of that and 15. Okay, hit enter. 300. Okay. So that's also 300. In other words, when we went 25 and 60, oh look, 4 and 15 make 60. Huh. Well, that was pretty good. It's a fun choice of numbers there then. All right, this other technique, it's going to give you the same answer, and you're going to do it roughly the same way, but you're going to do it recursively. You're going to do it and do it and do it and do it and do it. You're not going to embed it. You're just going to continue to do it. So we take the first pair of numbers. I'm going to choose 4 and 25 again, and I'm going to take the least common multiple. So I hit math, scroll over to num. Number 8 is least common multiple of 4, comma 25. Enter. I get an answer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the least common multiple of that answer. I always do that for some reason. Delete. Of that answer. Second and your negative key is answer. Of that previous answer and 15, my third number, and I get 300. So either way works. As you're first starting out, the second way, using the answer system, that might be a little easier for you. Try both. It's okay. It'll be all right.